Hi, I'm Siobhan Miller. I'm the founder of the Positive Birth Company. I'm a hypnobirthing teacher and also a mum of 3. And I am on a mission to make hypnobirthing more accessible for everyone. And today I'm going to tell you why birth doesn't have to be painful. Yep, you heard that right. Why birth doesn't have to be painful. And we start by asking, what is pain? Pain is a message to your brain to say something is wrong and it needs to stop. So whether you've got a stone in your shoe or you've touched something hot, you're going to get a signal to your brain to say that hurts, and therefore you will stop and do something, change something, stop something for self-preservation. So it's a method of your body helping to protect itself. Now, that wouldn't make any sense when you're in labour and you're giving birth and this baby needs to come out, why you'd be getting a message to your brain to say something's wrong and it needs to stop. Because as labour progresses and as you get closer to birthing your baby, nothing's wrong. In fact, things are going very, very right. They're going in the right direction. Soon you're going to be meeting your baby. So it doesn't make any sense for your body to be sending a message to your brain to tell it to stop. In fact, labour is fueled by a hormone called oxytocin. Oxytocin is your love hormone. It's your feel-good hormone. It's the hormone you release when you're having a great time. And that's the hormone that fuels labour. So even on a chemical level, labour is designed to feel good. Mind-blowing, mind-blowing. And if you are induced, the drug that you're given, Pitocin or Syntocinon, different names, it's synthetic oxytocin. So whether labour is started spontaneously or artificially, your body needs that feel-good hormone, oxytocin, for labour to even happen. So it's designed to feel good. Now, when people say they've experienced pain, they aren't lying. They have. But what that means is that something isn't going quite right. And this is what commonly happens. When people are experiencing fear or anxiety in their labour, they produce a hormone called adrenaline. And adrenaline actually sends your blood and oxygen to your arms and legs. It's called fight or flight. It's your body's fight or flight reaction. And so in doing so, it actually reduces the amount of blood going to your digestive system and your uterus and all of those places that can't save your life. Now, blood carries your oxygen. So when the blood is no longer going to your uterus, nor is the oxygen. So the amount of oxygen and blood going there when you're in a state of panic is reduced. Now, if less oxygen is going to the uterus muscles and to that area, it means the muscles are going to start to work less effectively. So your labour is going to slow down, and it's also going to become more painful. Also, the baby will be receiving less blood and oxygen, so there's more chances that the baby is going to start showing signs of tiring or even signs of distress. And all of these would lead to offers of intervention to either speed things up or to help your baby. So to avoid that, we want to be in a place where we're not producing adrenaline, but we're producing oxytocin. So I want to do a little exercise with you now, and it takes just 60 seconds. So I really want you to join in so you can feel the difference this has on your body. I want you to take your hand, one hand, and put it straight up in the air. And then when it's in the air, I want you to open and close your fists like this. I'm holding my hand here so you can see it. I'm not cheating, I promise. But I want you to hold your hand straight up in the air and do this for 60 seconds, okay? So I'm gonna time us. I've got my phone here. Okay, are you ready? Arms straight up in the air, and we're just gonna open and close our fists for 60 seconds, okay? Okay, go. So my hand's here so you can see it, but I want your hands to be straight up in the air. And what we're pretending now is that this action is your uterus surging, okay? So your uterus muscles are working really hard when you're in labour, and that's what's happening here. Okay, it's been like 20 seconds, okay? Now, probably you're going to start to feel some level of fatigue shortly, and your hand's going to start to slow down. But we don't want that to happen, because that would be failure to progress, and then we're going to start to have offers of intervention, which we don't want. So keep the hand moving. It's been just over halfway now. So you're probably starting to feel some level of discomfort, but keep going. We've got 15 seconds left. Okay, final 15 seconds. We're literally only doing 1 minute. 1 minute's nothing. Okay, last 10 seconds. I mean, it's actually hurting me and my hand's here, so I can't imagine how it feels for you. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop. How was that? painful, I bet. Now, what was happening was because your hand was elevated, the blood wasn't able to get to the hand as easily as if your hand was just in a normal position down by your side. And because you were trying to work the muscles of the hand, but the blood wasn't able to get there, and also the oxygen wasn't able to get there, you started to experience muscle fatigue and pain. And that is exactly what will happen to your uterus muscles if you are in that fight or flight mode. If you're producing adrenaline, if you're frightened, your uterus muscles, the blood and oxygen going to them is going to reduce, and your uterus muscles are going to slow down, they're going to become fatigued, and they're going to become less effective and more painful, which is going to slow your labour down. And that is where pain comes from. So we don't want that to happen. We want the opposite to happen. So we want to produce lots of oxytocin, we want to feel good, we want to be relaxed. So please do check out all the other videos on my channel, including breathing techniques and how to set the scene and make the environment more conducive for birth. But finally, please remember, when you're in labour, your muscles are working really, really hard. So even if it's not painful, it can be very powerful. And I think that's a really helpful word to remember. Labour can be really powerful, so use all of the Hypnobirthing toolkit. But if you do need pain relief, remember that's an option available to you and take it, because ultimately I want you to have a positive birth experience. And there is no gold medal if you get through labour without pain relief. So if you are feeling uncomfortable, if you are in pain, then take the pain relief if that's what you want to do, because ultimately I want you to feel good and I want you to come out the other side holding your baby, having had a wonderful, positive, magical birth experience. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit subscribe and of course give us a thumbs up, and do check out all the other videos here on my channel. If you want to learn more about hypnobirthing, then please check out our hypnobirthing pack at www.thepositivebirthcompany.co.uk, where you can also get yourself a free positive affirmations MP3.